What's up guys, Intelitech Studios here, and today we will be doing a video vacuuming the living room with the Bissell CleanView Bagless PowerTrak Plus, a machine that I haven't used in quite a while. I don't believe I did a living room vacuuming with this particular machine, but regardless, we're going to do that now. So this machine I've had for a while. I got this from the Vacuum Observatory and haven't used it all that much since, but it is one of those machines where it is a nice one to have in the collection, but it will be going away soon. So I wanted to get a few videos with this done. I did a review on this a while ago, but I wanted to redo it, and I never got around to doing that, so I'm going to try to do that now. Hopefully no one will complain, because the Bissell stuff tends to do very good on this channel, so hopefully you guys will be happy to see that. But this will be going away soon, as the Vacuum Observatory is repurchasing this back off of me because he wanted it back, and in exchange he is giving me $125 and a similar machine, the CleanView Bagless PowerTrak, but basically the version that is not the Plus, so the version without the turbo brush, which is fine because the turbo brush on this, the way the handle's designed, is so hard to get to anyways, so it's not all that pleasant to try to use. So that is that, and I believe the model he's referring to may even be the model that I used to have a long time ago, which, if I remember correctly, was it the 3593-3, I think it was. I'm trying to go off memory, so that could be entirely wrong, but it's the original CleanView PowerTrak that I had, that I did the back porch vacuuming video with. I did a few comparisons. It was one that didn't sound the healthiest, but it didn't sound the worst either. Oh, that's what this is, the 3593-3. Okay. Yeah, this is a 2004 model. And the one I'm getting is a 2000. Oh. Okay, well, I forgot that the handle lock is broken on this. So it just fell and knocked my phone out of my hand and also knocked out the S Pen. So, anyways, that is that. And hopefully I'm holding the phone the same orientation so this isn't upside down. But yeah, so the only thing that I've done to it is I did order a new filter for it at one point, because I believe it was the upper tank filter in this had just completely fallen apart. So I did order a upper tank filter, or maybe that was the case in the PowerTrak Revolution. It was in one of these machines. Oh, now I gotta pull this off. Yeah, this is the one with the new filter, I believe. Doesn't that just look so great? You can kind of tell why I've mostly outgrown these machines, because of the abhorrent filtration system on these. But I still like to have one of these in my collection, because these original CleanViews were the first, one of these types of CleanViews with this setup was the first vacuum that I ever worked on back in 2005, so I do have some nostalgia for it and want to have one in the collection. Although the PowerTrak version that I'm getting that's going to be replacing this one is one that I do like, but what I'm probably actually going to do is I'm contemplating taking a Power Force that I'll be getting soon and putting those parts on the Power Force, and then basically this would be one, or the one that I'm getting would be one with a standard base. I don't know. I could Frankenstein up a machine. The CleanView that I actually really want to get is the blue variant, so either the 8990 or the 8975-5, I believe it's called, because I don't believe that was the version I worked on. I believe the version I worked on all those years ago, it was one of the ones where it didn't have the yellow, it had where these parts were all gray, and the rest of the machine was like blue or black or something. I'm pretty sure it was black. I'm pretty sure it was like the most neutral color, where it was all black and it had the gray filter and everything like that. No turbo brush. It might not even have had a stretch hose, and it might have had a standard base and not a PowerTrak base, but it was something like that. But that's the main reason why I'm not too particular about it being the right color, because I don't even remember the color of the one that I worked on all those years ago, but I do remember the setup and what it was. I mean, you know, in my defense, as far as remembering the color from a machine from 2005, I can barely remember what I ate yesterday, let alone the color of the vacuum I first ever worked on. So the fact that I even know the model is, you know, I guess by my standards, pretty impressive. So enough rambling. because I know someone already disliked this video because of how much I rambled and didn't just vacuum with the machine. So we're gonna vacuum with this right now. And if you see all the little wax pieces on the floor, it's because this one was right on the very edge of that room, of my vacuum room, where the outlet is. And my fiance plugged in one of those wax warmers, like the little things that plug in, and it's supposed to be like for good sense. He put the wax cubes in it, which those are really nice. I do like those, but the problem is they spill, and he knocked it over, and it fell right on this machine. And it fell right around this area, and a little bit on the cord too, because it was wrapped up. But I got it all off just fine, and you can't even really tell. I mean, I definitely can't tell where the wax was, so I got that cleaned up properly. And I may do a video on how to remove candle wax, since some got on the wall in the bedroom too. So if you guys want to see that, let me know, and I'll do a tutorial on how to remove candle wax from various surfaces. So yeah, that is all there, and make sure this, yep, that filter's about as good as I'd expect. And I know the HEPA filter in here is good too. Anyways, let's run this horrible thing and proceed to have an allergy attack. Yep. You know, if you're going to run a vacuum, having it be plugged in would be a very valuable thing. That very well could help. Anyways, yes, I know this is a mess. I haven't cleaned this up yet. I'm going to put the Eureka airspeed back together. So, now, let's give this... Is that sealed? Give this a run. If I need a belt. Alright. Well, of course, the one time I complained about, well, I shouldn't say the one time I complained. Of course, the one time I try to actually demonstrate the turbo brush, then it pops off super easily. But, yeah. So, I actually missed a little, oh, just popped off my finger before you can even focus on that. Did miss a little piece of dirt. But, one thing about these things is that they do perform very well. Like, filtration is horrible, but the cleaning ability on these, very solid. Let's see, you've got a good amount of stuff in there. That little yellow thing was already in there, I do know that. Oh, as well as the Twix wrappers. I don't know why there are Twix wrappers in here, but regardless, did get a good amount of stuff. And now, obviously, the rest of it went into that upper tank filter. And of course, it's hard to put these bins back in without getting dust all over yourself and on the machine. So really, the way to do that is to wipe everything down before you put it back together. Or just get a better filtering vacuum. But as far as nostalgia, these machines are still pretty solid. Obviously, nowadays, they're not the most pleasant thing to use. The filtration is very bad. A lot of times the motors on these will be very bad as a result of the filtration, to where it'll have so much gunk in the fan that it'll just go off balance. Or it'll even just get so much dust and stuff in the fan that it dries out the bearings and it sounds really bad. So these machines often died a very sad, very painful death. But not really their fault, more so Bissell's fault for not engineering these things properly. But which they did take some strides. They did, not strides, that's not the right word. They did take some improvements to the design of the CleanView 2 and the PowerTrak Bagless, and those still aren't the best filtering, but at least they do a much better job of keeping dirt and stuff out of the motor. And the newer ones, the newest ones, CleanViews and PowerTraks, are still not great, but obviously for the price point you don't expect much, but they still do alright. They're at least passable given the price point. And obviously the bagged versions don't have any of those problems, because you can just put HEPA bags in them and there you go, good filtration. So, wide PowerTrak base, dual edge cleaning, soft, ultra soft bumper. It's very ultra soft. I believe I replaced the headlight on this. I think I took the headlight out of the CleanView 2 Plus and put it in here. So there's that. So yeah, the only other video, if you have any other requests, because again, this machine's going to be sold probably on Friday. So if you have any requests for this machine, definitely let me know what you want to see with this. Obviously, I'm going to do the review on it, and yeah, and we'll do some more little archival videos on this before it's sent off, and we'll be able to welcome the the older one to the studio, which may be a returning favorite, because again, I believe that may be the exact same version that I had a couple years ago, which was just the normal CleanView PowerTrak. And I believe that one was basically the same as this, only the filter door was a bit different. It was the one latch thing, no turbo brush, maybe a slightly shorter cord, I can't remember, I think it was the same cord, and then a purple color, like a dark purple instead of this blue color. So, yep. So anyways, this is Intelitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace. Let me know your experience with these machines, if you've ever worked on these before, if you worked in a shop and got these in. I'm going to guess that your experience was absolutely fantastic, no problems whatsoever. Anyways, this is Intelitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.